You spend hours sweating in the gym, cutting out carbs and meticulously calculating every single calorie. But what is the result? After tossing and turning for months, you find yourself right back at square one. This situation happens to 90% of people. Almost all of us have fallen into this dead cycle. A high-spirited start, some initial progress, then endless exhaustion, and finally ending in failure and intense guilt. In fact, 95% of fat loss plans fail in the long run. But this really isn't because you are lazy, it is because your body is fighting back with everything it has. The history of human evolution spans 200,000 years. During this time, the instinct your body developed is survival, not helping you carve out six-pack abs. When you intentionally lose weight, your metabolism automatically slows down. Hunger hormones like ghrelin skyrocket. Your body doesn't care at all about the crop tops you want to wear in summer. The only thought in its mind is to stay alive. To your brain, a food shortage means a threat of death, so it activates a self-defense mechanism. But here is a very interesting phenomenon. Japan has one of the lowest obesity rates in the world, less than 4.5%. This data is nearly 10 times lower than that of the United States, yet they still eat rice and noodles every day. They even eat snacks. What exactly is going on here? Have they mastered some wealth code of health that we don't know about? It doesn't have much to do with genetics. The genetic differences between Asians and Westerners in this regard are not significant. Nor is it because of smoking. In fact, the smoking rate among Japanese men is higher than that of Americans. And it certainly isn't due to gym going. In Japan, only 3% of people have a gym membership. So how on earth do they stay slim without much effort? The answer is not a stricter diet, but a smarter survival strategy. Once you understand this, you will realize the core is not about willpower, but about the top-level design of your lifestyle. What I am about to share next are the scientific habits that the entire Japanese population follows. These habits rewrite the underlying logic between you and food, allowing you to skip the hunger and avoid living in the gym. Habit 1. Domesticate your sense of taste as early as possible. In Japan, food education is a compulsory course starting from primary school. Every school meal is supervised by professional nutrition experts, freshly cooked and eaten every day. Everyone sits together in the classroom. No vending machines, and definitely no ultra-processed foods. What children encounter from a young age is the original taste of food, vegetables, rice, and fresh fish. This forms their most primitive perception of what food is. Conversely, in many other places, school cafeterias are occupied by profit-driven commercial companies. French fries, chicken nuggets, and chocolate milk become the protagonists. These factory-processed items are constantly training the brain to crave sugar. Please remember one key point. Taste is a habit, and it can be reshaped at any age. Think back to the first time you drank black coffee. Did it feel like drinking bitter medicine? It was incredibly unpleasant. But after trying it a few more times, one day you suddenly realized you began to enjoy that pure aroma. You even felt that not adding sugar is the true beauty of it. I personally have experienced this. The same goes for fresh ingredients. Try replacing a processed snack with natural food once a week. Your brain will slowly fall in love with real food again. Habit 2. Make health convenient. The density of convenience stores in Japan is 15 times that of the US. But their fast food isn't burgers or burritos. It is a bowl of rice with grilled fish, or miso soup and tofu. Affordable and available everywhere. Convenience does not equal junk food. Its essence is being within reach. In psychology, this is called environmental design. We always feel we are making independent choices, but actually the environment is making decisions for us. Japanese society has made healthy eating the default option. So if you want to eat better, don't fight your willpower. Change your living environment. Habit 3. Painless portion control. Japanese culture emphasizes moderation. They have a famous saying, hara hachi bu, which means eating until you are only 80% full. Their tableware is usually small, but the variety is extremely rich. Rice soup, fish, and vegetables are all present. In this way, the brain feels very satisfied, even if the total amount you consume is not much. There are no giant sodas here, and no unlimited refills. In psychology, this is called unit bias. Our bodies aren't full yet, but seeing the plate empty makes us feel full. Switching to a smaller plate means fewer calories, and you won't feel that oppressive sense of deprivation at all. Habit 4. A clear awareness of sugar. The sugar intake of Japanese people is only half that of Americans. A can of soda in Japan might be only 150 milliliters, but elsewhere it might be 350 milliliters. Their desserts are exquisite and small, pursuing the beauty and pleasure of the moment rather than piling up quantity. Studies show that if you reduce sugar intake by 40% for 2 consecutive months, your taste buds will become extremely sensitive. Sweet treats you previously thought were average will become incredibly sweet. This is the self-repair of taste receptors. You can try replacing sweet drinks with green tea. You will find calories decrease, stress reduces, and metabolism actually speeds up. Habit 5. Establish a rhythm of eating. Most Japanese people have fixed meal times. Breakfast before 9, lunch before 1, and dinner finished before 8. When eating has a sense of rhythm, the hormone secretion in your body becomes regular too. Binge eating, snacking, or late-night kitchen raids naturally decrease. When your schedule is a mess, the brain will grab anything nearby, usually the worst choice possible. This predictability is actually the hidden driver of self-discipline. Habit 6. Natural physical movement. Japanese people rarely go to lift weights specifically, but they are moving all the time. Walking to the station, climbing stairs, riding bicycles. Science calls this non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is burning calories through daily activities. The result is that these fragmented movements accumulate into amazing results, and they do these things without any stress. No need to force themselves. Habit 7. Slow down your eating speed. Using chopsticks naturally slows down the pace of a meal. It takes about 20 minutes for the brain to receive a fullness signal. Eating slowly gives the brain time to react. If you aren't used to chopsticks, try putting down your utensils between bites. Pause to breathe and to feel. The result is that you eat less, but your body feels much better. Finally, habit 8 and habit 9. That is respect for food. In Japan, you rarely see people eating while walking or staring at their phones while devouring a meal. Eating is a moment of respect with a sense of ceremony. When you eat with focus and calm, your body will actively speak to you, telling you when you are hungry and when you should stop. The secret of the Japanese physique was never a mysterious recipe, but a state of mind. It is about balance, rhythm, and respect. When you learn to listen to your body instead of fighting it as an enemy, staying in shape is no longer a painful war but a natural art of living. So among these 9 habits, which one do you want to try first? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to know how to reshape your brain to love deep thinking, then you definitely cannot miss the following content.